What's good, everyone? Looks like the EZA is live on JP Dokkan. So I did go through this earlier and went through all the Extreme Z Awakening, so I definitely do want to show off this unit with the EZA stats. This is pretty much the first time testing this unit, so I was quite excited to see how the improvements are overall for this INT LR Gohan unit. So with the EZA finally here, let's just talk about it real quick in terms of like the stats and overall improvements. I will say it's pretty much like, you know, all maxed out in terms of link levels. I had one, I think it was like Kamehameha or something like that at level 9. Instead of waiting to work on, you know, the last link level, I figured it would be fine to go ahead and showcase the unit as is, because honestly it's probably like a 0.1% difference anyhow. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk about the unit. So leader skill is now intelligence type key +4, HP attack and defense increase of 120%. Super attack for the 12 key will raise defense 1 turn and causes mega-colossal damage to enemy. The 24 key super attack or 18 key super attack will greatly raise attack for 1 turn and raises defense 1 turn and causes mega-colossal damage to enemy as well. So, you know, I was initially, based on the wording on the official Dokkan Twitter post, I mean, it almost seemed like it would have the defensive stack ability, but they've been kind of wording it a little bit weird lately. So, you know, unfortunately that isn't the case, but either way, his defensive ability is quite good, especially given the passive skill where you do have a defensive boost of 58%, plus an additional defense increase of 58% when performing a super attack. Along with that, you do get the attack increase of 18% for every key sphere obtained, and then key +1 whenever key is raised with key spheres. So a lot of built-in skill sets for this unit, just pretty much expanded on what was currently existing. And the only downfall this unit had in the past before the EZA was literally the defense. So for me, anyway, like as long as they, you know, improve the defensive abilities for this unit, I would have been fully satisfied, and pretty much that's exactly what they did. So I'm pretty content. I mean, you know, seeing the ability to stack defense might have made things like even better, but as is, it's a pretty damn good unit. Okay, so let's talk about the links. Super Saiyan at level 10 is going to be attack increase of 15%. Gaze of Respect is key +2, attack and defense increase of 10%. Kamehameha, again, attack increase of 10% when performing a super attack. Prepare for Battles, key +2, attack and defense increase of 5%. Shocking Speed is key +2 and defense increase of 5%. Fierce Battle, attack increase 20%, and then Legendary Power is attack increase of 15% when performing a super attack. From a category standpoint, you know, literally this guy's flooded with available options. Hybrid Saiyans, full power, Goku's Family, Youth, Android, Cell Saga, Kamehameha, Bond of Master and Disciple, Super Saiyan 2, Exploding Rage, All Out Struggle, and also the Miraculous Awakening as well. That'll be the 6 here for you guys on Global. That'll be the category that the UI Goku brings. Now, from an EZA overall stats, I can't remember the overall HP attack and defense levels, but of course, you know, it's certainly a good stats overall. I mean, the 25 SA level is pretty much the real improvement here. I will say, by the way, I was actually surprised I was able to see the AGL LR Gohan be able to transform. I forgot, you know, the androids were on this particular stage. So given that it's one of the newest ones available, it's kind of nice that Gohan's actually able to transform, because I did want to see these two units linked up together post-transformation. So yeah, it's quite nice. Now, in terms of like my overall impression about the unit, I mean, it's you know, I mean, honestly, it's as good as it gets in terms of like an EZA. I wasn't, you know, expecting something to be absolutely broken by any means. Of course, this is one of the first set of, you know, OG LRs in the game. I think this is actually the first summonable LR that was introduced in the game. So, you know, of course, a very, very old unit. If you look at it from a release date standpoint, it was February 23rd, 2017 when it came out on JP, and then July 7th of 2017 in the global side. So yeah, it's been a long time since this guy's been out, so it's long overdue for an EZA. But just, you know, improving the defense really makes the viability of including this unit again on, you know, teams against some of the tougher events a lot more of an option. In the past, like, yeah, he was always known for being a power hitter, but the problem was, again, defense, you know, and I'm not really trying to sing to the choir or anything, but defense is certainly important. So having that improvement certainly helps, especially in Super Battle Road or even Infinite Dragon Ball History, and honestly even Infinite or Legendary Goku event, and then even Infinite Dragon Ball History. Those events, I mean, you are going to take some hits given some situations. So the more defense you have, obviously the better. So I mean, in a nutshell, this guy became a lot more balanced, in my opinion. Both having the offensive and defensive abilities definitely make this guy a much more viable option. And again, there's a bunch of categories this guy could be ran on. The most prominent ones, and the setup I have is basically the Goku's family setup with the LR Gohan and Goten as leads, double leads essentially. But if you look at a category standpoint, I mean, Hybrid Saiyans obviously will do well. Goku's family that you're seeing right now, Android Cell Saga, I'm sure he'd be fine. Kamehameha would probably be an interesting one to test out too. I mean, I think the category with this guy included could be pretty interesting as well. Super Saiyan 2, of course. I got to take a look at some of the other ones like Exploding Rage and All Out Struggle, as well as Miraculous Awakening. But for me personally, from a link set standpoint, I figured it would just kind of be better to go off of the Goku's family setup, especially given some of the floaters I included do have link skills like Shocking Speed and Gaze of Respect. Those link sets aren't necessarily shared with the AGL LR Gohan, so I had to throw in a couple of support units as floaters. But I try to keep it, realistic for the most part in terms of like the team builds. But the other thing to highlight is I did include the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku because obviously the ability to get some additional ki, and it ultimately helps out the other LRs on the team. And then of course the int type Kid Gohan is also an orb changer that converts a random type ki into an intelligence type ki, so that'll help the int LR Gohan be able to obtain more ki spheres of each rotation. So it definitely makes maximizing the offensive abilities that much better, and that's pretty much the way to look at it. I think overall my impression and overall I wouldn't say analysis, but overall feedback for this unit is certainly good. I think this is exactly what I was looking for from an Extreme Z Awakening standpoint, so I'm satisfied. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm interested in testing this unit out on Super Battle Road settings where it's kind of like a little bit more intense, compared to Infinite Dragon Ball History. So that'll be a good one to check out and see how the unit performs in that setting. But I would imagine this guy does fine in Infinite Dragon Ball History. I keep saying that, Legendary Goku event, not Infinite Dragon Ball History. I'm sure this guy will do fine. Maybe we'll do a run on that as well. But linked with the AGL LR Gohan, that's kind of a good thing to run. It's nice to be able to run that without having to worry about the int LR Gohan's defense. I mean, that was one of those situations where I wanted to run that setup, but he was such a defensive liability in the past where it wasn't even worth it. So it's kind of finally an actual option to be able to run that. So it's quite nice to be able to actually pull it off. So I'm very happy with it. I don't know what your overall impressions are with the unit. I think the EZA is good for what it is. I would imagine some people were probably expecting the unit to be absolutely broken, with whatever increases toward attack or defense. Maybe people were hoping for the ability to stack attack and defense, whatever, what have you. But from a realistic standpoint, I think this is as good as it gets. And for me, I'm personally satisfied. And again, the EZA just went live, so I have to go through quite a bit of additional testing and kind of check out different environments for this unit and see how it performs overall. But the initial impressions are certainly good. I'm very happy with it. So I guess in the comments section, if you're watching right now, definitely let me know what you think of the EZA. Is it good enough? Does it hold up to par? Were you a little bit disappointed? If so, what were you expecting? I'm curious what your thoughts are, because the EZAs for the OG units, OG LRs are going to continue to come. We've got LR Trunks and Goten, the Goku Black, who honestly is pretty good as it is. I mean, that guy's able to build up, you know, attack stats up to 8 million, so, you know, certainly still a good unit, but I think on that one in particular, defense could definitely be improved, but, you know, we'll see what happens as things go on, but for the time being, hopefully enjoy the showcase for the 100% potential EZA INT LR Gohan with the pretty much max level link. So again, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Alright, peace out.